Hello everyone and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot video. This is a bit of tarot for your entertainment for the week ahead. Today we are Tuesday the 24th of September. We are in autumn. We have come through the equinox and it is certainly time where we're starting to feel that Halloweeny feel, that coziness, dare I say a little bit of Christmas spirit as well. And just wanting to figure out what is the energy. There's a lot of stuff coming to light. There's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of stuff being revealed. It's a very interesting period between now and I think my guide said before November was going to be interesting as well. So I think it will be a lot of revelation, a lot of clearing and cleaning out, and well, anyway, let's see what the cards have to say. So I've got the deck here and I have been shuffling it. I was just waiting for my washing machine to stop spinning so I could get on with this. So I hope you're all well. Thank you if you've joined me and you're watching. That's lovely to have you. To any new watchers, you're very welcome to come and join us. Try and do one every Tuesday, not all the time, but definitely try and get a few in a month, and just to give us a sense of what to be prepared for. I had a wonderful, there's a few cards have jumped out already. I had a wonderful tea party, a psychic tea party at Clearly Destiny in Euston on Saturday, just gone, and there was taster readings. So I was doing some taster tarot readings, and you know, when I'm on here, I can take up to like 45 minutes to an hour. I had to try and do a full personal reading for these guests in 15 minutes. So that was a challenge for me, absolutely a challenge. But I got through it, and you learn a lot in that. And so maybe I'll not take so long going forward. But I just did the mini tarot deck I have. And then I did a clarification card for them as well, which made sense. I love a clarification card because it just brings it together. It's like I'm seeing kneading dough. So you've got the flour and you've got the butter or whatever ingredients you've got in there, the salt, baking powder, blah, blah, blah. And then you're mixing it up into breadcrumbs. But you need the water to bring it forward, to make it into the dough, to knead it out. So it's like you need that thing just to combine all the elements, and that produces the best read. So let's see if we can get another couple of tarot, because that's where the story lies essentially. And I tend to do tarot first and clarify after. Oh, okay, they want to come out. So two I'm not sure of at the end. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tarot, and the last two I don't know what they are. So we'll do it like that. I think. Okay, fine. So interesting, certainly. Always interesting. So we'll go to the back of the deck first, and we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is a card of movement. It can be travel over land, so you might be traveling at the moment, or it might be coming up for you where you'll be going by car somewhere, you'll be going by train. It tends to be something like with wheels over land. As you can see, the Chariot moves over land, and there's a need to kind of take up the reins of your life as well and move forward. So it's certainly a motion card, certainly a moving card. Can be travel, but can't be just about your life, where it's time to take the reins of your life and move forward in a direction. There is a need, with the wild horses, there's a need to steer yourself in the right way. With the black and the white, it's like balancing that yin and yang. That always make noise outside when I'm trying to record. Balancing the yin and the yang, the domesticated and the wild side, that masculine, feminine energy. So bringing balance as well. You know, this driver has to bring balance, has to steer the horses so they can go in the right direction. So there's certainly a direction. There's a lot of speed with this, and there's a lot of dust being created and clouds here. So whatever you're moving forward in, it can be quite speedy as well. So that's the underlying energy. First card we have is Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands can be relocation. It can be actually moving home, moving to a different part of the country, moving to a different country entirely. You can see he's galloping in here, and it can be relocation in a job. So you might be going to a different position within a job. You might be moving offices, or moving into different levels of the work that you're in, or even taking on a different role in some way. But it comes in with speed, it comes in creatively. So the wands are always creative, they're always connected to the fire energy, the sun energy here, which is that yang, that creative, that burst of energy. With regards to a person, this can be someone sort of in their mid-age, who is very happy, very charismatic, very charming, can come in and kind of sweep you off your feet, but then leave just as quick. So someone comes in and dazzles you and gives you all the attention, but loves the attention back, loves the attention of being adored, and then they can just leave just as quick. So just be mindful of that person, of their commitment level. But there's certainly with this, there's the feather goes right up to the heavens here. So there's certainly some sort of inspiration, creative idea that he's charging forward with. So we had the horses with the chariot, and we have the horse here again. So certainly momentum, certainly movement, and whatever this wand is, this creative idea, this burst of creativity, you're holding it in your hands and you're moving forward with it at great speed. And then we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is, you've been hanging around, you've been waiting for this. So you've been waiting for this momentum to take hold. You've been waiting, you've been kind of working in the background and planning and studying and putting things together, and bit by bit, piece by piece, you've been working on something. So you've been building a certain amount of stability. These trunks here holding him up are strong and stable and able to carry the weight. So you've actually been kind of creating that stable foundation. You've been creating something that you can rely on, that you can kind of put your back up against and give you that strength. You can see here as well, the trees, there's no leaves on the trees, so these trees are purely there to hold his weight. So something that can actually hold you, something can actually support you in some way. And he's just hanging there, he's not struggling, he's quite casual. And while he is in this period of waiting for things to take off, you can see the little halo is generated around his head. And that means in this position, he's achieved a great deal of enlightenment. So you might have had ideas, you might have tested things out. You might have been, working on something, getting to a stage, but it didn't become anything. And then you maybe changed it a bit, or you decided to go a different way and do another little thing. And then but you still have in the back of your mind working on these different projects, putting these different things together, these life circumstances as well. If it is a move of home, you've been waiting patiently for something to assist you and helping to move, something to help you make that move, to support you in that move, because you've been patient. But the idea with the Hanged Man is that we can turn him upside down. So he has a different perspective now on what he's looking at. He's got a completely different way of seeing. He's got a completely different outlook in a sense. So whatever is appearing to him, he actually can say, oh yeah, I can see it. But what if I look at it this way? And sometimes that can be when something is going wrong, when you're having an argument with someone or something, and you're stuck in this way that you see it, and you're stuck in this idea of what it is. And there might be a need to just, hang on a second, let me change my perspective on that. Let me see it a different way. So let me just open my mind to seeing it a slightly different way. What am I getting now? Is there another way to see it? Is there another way to view this? And that's what the Hanged Man is. He's saying, yes, there's been patience. Yes, you've been waiting for a change. And you are, the momentum is going to start going this way because you have been patient. But also, let's change how you look at things. And what happens next? We have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is money. There is going to be some gift of money, some gift of receiving, the need to receive what is given. You can see these two beggars here, and there's someone here who has plenty of wealth, plenty of money, and he's handing him some money, and they're grateful and thankful. And that's for this cycle of money. It must cycle, it must move, it must go out, it must come in. Money needs to move. So you have to be able to receive. And this can be like a donation that someone donates to you, or it can be a gift of some kind, or it can be like an inheritance or a win. It's something that's given that is, is a substantial amount. It can be £20 on the floor, 50 quid, on the ground. You just come across it, and it's just a little bit of luck, but it's luck with money. There's 6 here, so that's certainly, there's a level of accumulation. There's a castle in the background, so there is a possibility of moving into a different period, into a new doorway, through this archway, you might say, to a better future, because suddenly the wealth is being shared. You can see that there is weighing scales here very lightly. You can see that there. So there's balance being restored to your finances. There's balance being restored to your ability to move forward into something with financial backing. So maybe it's changing how you look at that. Maybe before you would have said no to a donation, or no to someone offering you money, or you wouldn't have known what to do if you'd won some money or someone had given you an inheritance. But now it's change your perspective, so change how you look at it, so digest it differently. We need to accept what is coming in order to use that to create a better world and to work in some way, in a better way going forward. And what is that showing us? That is showing us the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is a real creative offering from the heavens. So there is this aspect like the knight who was holding that one wand and was charging forward. This wand, it is heaven sent. It is a form of creative endeavor. It is an opportunity to do something. Now this can be to do with the home. So you do have the home here. So if you are relocating, then this is saying you're going to be redecorating. You're going to be changing the rooms around. You're going to be adding something, or new furniture, or upcycling, recycling, whatever you want to call it. It can be about sort of old people's home as well. So someone might be moving into an old people's home. You might be dealing with that as well. But there's a lot of fire energy. There's a lot of action. So it'll be steps that you'll be taking, some action that you'll be taking, some creative ideas that you'll get that you'll want to introduce, you want to implement. So like if you were thinking of changing a room, even tidying a room can be great, because suddenly you have it feeling fresher. You have the energy cleared and clean. Everything has its place. You now feel more at ease. And then you can see of all the little things that you can do. I moved around some plants and brought some more plants into the living room, and I just love looking at them. But it's just a tiny little change, and it's changed the energy in the living room, and it's changed the energy in the other rooms as well because of moving them around. So now I'm looking at 4 beautiful plants every time I'm in the living room. So there is this taking action, taking steps, making changes that's coming through here. So it might be your relocation. It might be you need to change your idea or the way you viewed things in the past. Because you're being handed this inheritance, you're being handed this gift, you're being handed this win. And then what do you do with it? How do you implement it? What do you do with this gift that you've been given? and not to shy away from it, because it's coming from the clouds here, which is the heaven, the hand of heaven. So whatever it is, don't try and push it away. Accept it and do something with it. So those are the cards I know. These are the cards I don't know. So we have the Star card, and I see the Star card always, I like to mention a little bit of fame, a little bit of stardom, a little bit of stardust is shining on you right now. And often when I mention that to someone, they can relate, because a few people I've worked with work with famous people, or have had some what do they call that now, the young ones on Instagram, they're influencers, that type of thing. So there's a certain level of fame coming. There's a certain level of the spotlight might be on you for a bit. The Star card can point to a need for some therapy, some counselling, some talking therapies, just wanting to talk it out with somebody. If you've got something that you're stressing about or worrying about, sometimes it's good just to chat. And that's where your different perspective comes in, because when you chat about something, you can actually see another person might have a different perspective, and they might be able to turn your mind around. So talking is good, talking therapies is good, counselling is good. And it's like you're pouring oil in troubled waters. So whatever the rocky waters are, you're able to smooth it out. You're able to calm the emotion, because the water is emotion. You're able to calm the emotions a little, and that allows for you to reveal more of yourself and to bring more of yourself to the table, to the stage, to the audience that you might have. It is working with the star energy, the cosmos, astrology, so it's very important to pay attention to astrology right now. And also we're moving into eclipse season, which I think is 2nd of October. So be mindful of the energy of the cosmos and how that influences you. It's always worth doing, even on YouTube, picking an astrology reading on your star sign, just to get an idea of how the stars are influencing you right now. It's always very helpful and informative, and it's quite a fun thing to do as well. So I'd say that might be telling you that as well, because there is a point of transformation. We've got the little bird here, all about transformation, and we've got the stork here as well, bringing in a new opportunity. Something is coming, and we need you to be calm and clear about it. It might be emotional. It might be difficult to leave a place. It might be difficult to set off on this new adventure. It might take a lot of your emotional balance with regards to this thing that's going to happen to you. But you can do it. And again, she's pouring into one pool and she's pouring into another pool. And so there's that balance as well. Maintaining the balance is very important, because there is more change. There is someone coming in very quickly into your world. The swords are air signs, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and he's dressed in pink. So he's coming in with love. So this is like the knight in shining armor coming in to sweep you off your feet. And you can see that trees are like billowing in the background, and the hair on the horse, the mane is flowing right back because of the speed of this. So there's a great deal of movement and a great deal of speed with regards to your cards. Certainly change, certainly something's flipping. You're going to get opportunities that you can move forward with. Yes, it might be emotional. Yes, you might have to deal with something during this transition. But there's great change, and he has his sword pointed straight ahead. He knows exactly where he's going. There's nothing stopping him, and he has little eagles all over his I don't know if you can see just along here, little eagles and things. So this is spirit as well. This is spirit rushing in. Again, the knight is sort of mid-age. So if you're mid-age, this is kind of the energy. And you might feel that things are being swept up, that you're being swept on this wave, that you're being swept up and motion is taking you somewhere. It's like the Tao. You're just in motion with the Tao and you're moving in a direction, and it's almost like you can't stop it. This roller coaster is going. You are following and you are going with the flow. So this is very much go with the flow. Let what comes in come in, because it's going to inform you in some way. There's a, it's almost like he's got a message that he needs to deliver, because the swords are air. The swords are communication, ideas, thoughts, communication, speaking, listening. So it's like there's an idea there's something he wants to deliver, some information he wants to deliver. With the swords as well, it can be sort of legal aspects, contracts, agreements, that type of thing. So that's been pointed right at you. So just bear in mind that something is happening and coming in with a great deal of speed, which will bring balance to your life. Certainly it might be emotional, but it will give you this opportunity of transformation. There's a definite message coming in. There's a definite being swept off your feet coming in. Okay, so let's go to a colour and see if the colours can add anything to this. A colour that maybe is useful to us, because this seems like a quick change. So we've got one colour. And where's my book? There it is. Okay. So the colour card, I don't think we've had this before, is indigo. So look at that. We were talking about the cosmos and the stars a moment ago. So that is very much like a star system, like a Milky Way, like a galaxy. And it says improve your vision, and it's 4040, so that's 4, which is stability, strength, grounding, foundations, wealth, that type of thing, family. And it's a beautiful colour. So it's not quite blue, not quite purple, it's kind of an in-between. Okay, so I'll read you what it says. So you get kind of an idea of the energy, but improve your vision. And this could be that perspective as well, seeing things with a different perspective. So perhaps you're seeing things with your third eye. Perhaps you're seeing, because indigo is the colour of the third eye. So perhaps you're seeing things. Perhaps this is psychic sight. Perhaps when you're changing your perspective on something, it means that you're not just looking at something with your two eyes in the physical. You're actually able to look at something through the psychic senses. So whatever opportunity is being delivered, people will just go, okay, so that's happened to you. But you can see differently, because it's like a deeper truth of that situation. This is so guided. So what does it mean on that perspective? Okay, let's see what it says. Turn it around so you see. Okay, it says indigo helps with any illnesses affecting your head, eyes, ears, or nose. It also treats mental and emotional disorders such as ADD, anxiety, and depression. That's good to know. Use indigo for problems with insomnia. Now, I've been having trouble sleeping the last couple of nights, so that's good for me to know, to maybe surround myself in an indigo bubble and see if that will help me drift off to sleep. I've just been like awake every hour, still not sleeping. I think it might be the rains. We had quite a few evenings where it was raining at night and I was headachy, and I'm still not quite clear-headed. I feel a bit fuzzy-headed and just not able to get a decent night's sleep. So I might have to use that. Use indigo for problems with insomnia and to release stress and tension. When visualized, indigo provides a sense of clarity and purpose. I'm also getting the psoas muscle. It's important to work the psoas muscle to release the stress. It's also important to engage the parasympathetic system, because my eye can twitch as well sometimes. So I think that's the parasympathetic. When visualized, indigo provides a sense of clarity and purpose. Visualize indigo rays to improve your vision and to make your dreams a reality. Focus on your eyes. Are they tired and heavy, or light and relaxed? Mine are tired and this one keeps twitching. Imagine indigo light penetrating your eyes, finding any dark spots in your field of vision and dissipating them. Place your palms on your eyes and gently hold them there for a few minutes, allowing your eyes to relax completely. Visualize something in the future that you would like to create. Then freeze it as if it were a beautiful painting. Now place it in an indigo bubble and allow it to float into the middle of the world, shining its energy from there. Say, Divine Intelligence, please allow what I have seen in my vision to manifest in the perfect time, in the perfect way. Well, that's lovely, because that's a way to use the color to help your dream. So when you're dreaming up something, you have to create the thoughts. You have to have the thoughts of how I want it to look, how I'd like it to go, how I would like it to be received, what I want to make from it, where I want it to go, to lead me, who I'd like to meet, who I'd like to work with, who I'd like to hang out with, where I'd like to do it, etc. So you're creating all these things, so you're creating all these images, So then freeze frame it, like you're taking a photograph or a painting, and then wrap that in a bubble of indigo and send that out into the world, shining and shimmering. And so the indigo helps that vision become manifest. But also, just when it was saying there about the palms over the eyes in Tai Chi, after doing several different exercises, we would often do one where we rub our hands together, because we'd already created a level of chi, but then we'd rub our hands together really quick so they're really, really hot. So you might want to do that with me right now. The palms are really, really hot, and then what I'm going to get you to do is just place your palms over your eyes and let that chi go into your eyes. Nice deep breaths. You can have your eyes open or closed. Something very soothing about that warm palm over your eyes, just to send the chi in. Your palms, I don't know about you, but my palms get so hot with healing, and so they're really, really hot right now. So that's lovely. I love the indigo. Let's see what else we can find out. Okay, so we're going for this little deck. You'll often see me use this one on the Instagram reads. Oh, that one wants to come. Purely because it's a little deck and it's got a word at the top, so you can just go on the essence of the word and get a little intuitive reading. This is the deck that I used. It's Tosha Silver's deck, and I used this during the Psychic Tea party as well, so it's really handy to bring a read together just by using this, because the words are it's very clear, the message. So, okay, how many is that? That's 3. Maybe I'll just get one more, because we had the colour 40. So let's get another one of these and just go with the 4. So I hope you're all well. And okay. So I know 2. I know the first one and the last one. I don't know the middle one. So the first one is receiving, and that is an absolute match to this card. They are receiving, so there is a need for you to receive. We have the butterfly here as well, so the butterfly points to that transformation. This is a period of transformation where you are going to be receiving. You must have your palms open to receive. This is the sun here, the yang energy, the power of Ra, power of the sun god, power of the energy, that life force. We've just created life force and chi in our palms and placed it so it would go in through our eyes. You know, you can rub your hands like that as well and place it on an injury and let that heat go into the injury as well. So receive the heat of the sun, receive the life force, receive sunshine if you can get out and get some sunshine at any point. Even daylight, it's good to be out for a few minutes, walking, 5-10 minutes walking, just in daylight, really important as well. But being able to receive, being able to say, I will accept. Often, if you're getting an offer, whether it's somebody asking you out, or whether it's somebody giving you a prize, or whether it's someone passing on an inheritance, you have to be able to say, yes, thank you, I will receive. It is important for the cycle. It is important to feel okay to receive. Sometimes, particularly if you're in the healing arts, you can be give. I'm giving you this, I'm giving you that, I'll give that away to you, I'll give that to you. It doesn't matter as long as you're okay, And it can seem a bit like martyrdom, but it's not done from that. It's done from, I want to make sure you're okay. That self-sacrificing is not done in a self-serving way. It's done because we want to help. But then what happens is everyone else benefits and then you're left with nothing. So you must be able to receive. It says every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. And that's it as well. So there is a plan. Like I said, we have to change. If something is coming into your life, don't feel guilty about receiving it. You have to change your perspective. Change, like the Hanged Man, change how you see it. Change your vision. So you have to see it with the third eye. So see the spiritual meaning behind it. See the soul meaning behind it. So see it as the highest divine plan. And then trust your guidance. So trust that higher guidance. And you gotta just have your arms wide open to receive. This is clear here. So the next card, I'm not sure what it is. Sanctity. So we have had that card before, which is super, super colourful. And we have somebody meditating there. And it says, through offering, even the most mundane problem can become sacrament. So what am I getting from that? Okay, so we don't know what the situation that brought this to us was. It might be an issue, it might be a problem. There might be some rebalancing that needs to happen out of a difficult situation. But because we're in this situation, and we're in this situation of receiving, and we're in this situation of knowing that it's a divine plan, it might not have been our plan, but it's the divine plan, then it brings that holiness to it. It brings that resonance of spirit to it. And we can tune into our inner selves and see with our third eye the deeper meaning. We can create it and make it holy. And that turns, even if it is difficult, because we're moving from one thing to another, so it might be difficult in some ways, but even the most mundane problem, you can shift it, you can move it into this holy space, make it holy, bring everything just to higher consciousness, basically. And you might want to use breath work, you might want to use meditation. Oh, he's got a little pack of cards here as well. You might want to read some cards or some deep and meaningful book. There's a lot of, and he's actually created a halo around his head as well. So whatever it is, you can handle it if you're able to view it as that holy divine plan. Oh, we did say this, didn't we? Sacrifice. And it says sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Sometimes surrender is painful. And what I would say here is that we have to surrender to whatever this is. We have to surrender and trust that it is the divine plan. And that can mean by surrendering to this thing that's coming in with speed, that's coming in to sweep us off our feet. We have to surrender to it. We have to be able to say, okay, I'm going to go with this momentum. That takes a lot of trust, takes a lot of belief, He's got a bowl here. So again, it is that receiving. You have to sacrifice. Maybe you have to sacrifice the mundane. Maybe you have to sacrifice how your life has been so far. Maybe you have to sacrifice just the status quo, how it's just been. Maybe it's time to sacrifice that, because it says it's cutting away all that needs to go. So all this normality, all the things that you had in order, you thought were in perfect order, and now you understood where you were, you felt a bit more balanced a bit. It's actually, you have to surrender to this change, and that can be painful because it might be taking you out of your comfort zone. Certainly at this time of year, as we go into the darker months, we can get into our comfort zones. We can get into just sitting in and not maybe going out because it's colder. We can get wrapped up in blankets and not really want to move. So, sometimes you do avoid this change because it's a little bit of discomfort. But it says God is cutting away all that needs to go. All your illusions, all your obsessions, all your addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. So it's bringing this love vibration in, which means everything that does not match it has to go. And that can be painful, because if you've had interests and you've had relationships, and if you've had the foundations that have kept you up and kept you safe till now, and now suddenly there's this new wave coming in that is taking you on a journey. Things are going to change. You might have to include different people. You might have to think about others. You might have to make room for new people and new situations, new endeavours. And so there will need to be a cutting away of other things, because there's newness. And here he is breaking coconut shells. He's throwing that down to break the coconut shell, which I feel is in the Hindu religion is quite holy and religious. The coconut, and it could be pistachio as well there. But it makes me think of eggs. You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs, right? So sometimes you've got to get through a sticky part to get the freedom, to get the results, to get the plate of food. You got to break some eggs. So it might be painful, but you got to surrender to that. Cut away everything that needs to go. The shell needs to go. If you're going to use the goodness in the food, the shell has to go. And that's the sacrifice to what comes from cooking eggs. Don't know why I'm going on it with eggs. Are you having eggs today? And then we've got inner power. So you do have strength, you do have power. This is like the strength card in the tarot. The lion is here, and it is, this wild beast, but it is able to tame, the energy is able to tame this wild beast, control this wild beast gently. But you have that within you. You have that firepower, that inner strength, that courage, that bravery to step forward onto this new path. The lion is the king of the jungle. So there's this element of stepping up into leadership in some way. And sometimes the leader stands alone. Sometimes the leader has supporters. It says, give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. So it's almost like your spirit is coming in and taking you to a different level, opening up an opportunity, and you're going to be flowing in this direction. But spirit isn't just letting you go and sort of, untethering you and sending you off in the hopes that that'll turn into something. Spirit has a role for you. Spirit has a job for you. And it says, give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. So there is a role, there is a purpose, there is a mission here for you. You have the courage, you have the power, you have the strength. And you can ask for the strength. You can ask for Archangel Michael to bring that to you. Because there's certainly some movement. There is certainly some guidance. And as you go on this new direction, you'll need support. You'll need that inner power. You'll need that inner belief. You'll need that strength, because you'll come up against things. That's what happens as you move forward as well. With regards to the situation, whether it is relocation in work or in business or in home, you'll come up against different things, and you'll need that strength. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. I'll go to the Moorland. Lenormand. I never get it right. Why do I always think it's the other way around? That's so weird, isn't it? So can we have a couple of cards just to give us, thank you, that's one, just to give us a little bit of information on what this, because it's kind of a mixed up read. It's like it's not telling us, but it's sort of preparing us for something. Interesting one in the back, which I won't show you. Okay, so we have the Rider and we have Fish. So Rider is number 1. And I mean, we've had 2 knights come in. So let me just show you the tarot again. So 2 knights coming in on their horses, right? And I did say this guy has a message. This is creative energy. This is moving in at speed. And again, moving in at speed. And there's something that we're being directed to. There's just lots of energy coming in and directing us in this direction. And we have the Rider. We have someone else on a horse here. Again, with all these hearts. And it's number 1, which is new beginning. So it's about news, it's about visits, about travel, it's about movement, which we've had before as well. This card brings important news. The neighbouring cards highlight positive and negative aspects of this card. So the next card is a positive card. The Rider may signal the way out of a future solution to a disturbing issue. So it's kind of a little bit about what we're getting. We're moving along a path, but we have to have that inner power and inner strength to get through this. It's almost like a birth canal type thing, and to keep going with it. So the card predicts fresh ideas and business activity, new beginnings. In any case, it indicates that something will soon rush into your life, bringing change. So that's what we have, and I feel that. I feel there's going to be something that just suddenly there's an opportunity. You have to go with it. You're going to be swept up with it. So maintain your grounding. There's going to be a lot of energy behind it, a lot of creativity behind it. And just mind yourself, but know it's spirit-led. Know it's almost like the Tower, but we haven't had the Tower. It can symbolize a career, or a man coming in with some news. So you might be getting a delivery or an envelope or some documents through the post. In relationship, it can mean that it'll give you a clue that the near future brings plans for you to meet with someone who may bring some information. And we had that with the Knight of Swords. Someone's coming in to deliver something. This card might mean a new love or a flirtation. So we had that as well, the energy of the Knight of Swords sweeping you off your feet, the Knight of Wands rushing in for a passionate encounter. It can, with regards to work, indicate negotiations, business travel. We had travel. Connections and receiving of information. Again, this delivery of information, because the Rider is coming in. Like back in the day, they were the ones who delivered the information and the news. It means a quick recovery with regards to health, a clear and flexible mind, activity and sport. It symbolises an authorised representative solving issues and managing your assets. So that's in the financial area. Somebody might be taking sort of legal control or giving financial advice, that type of thing as well. But that's a very positive card, and it's a third man on a horse. It's the third knight, you might say, and it's number 1, and he's coming in with all of those hearts. So perhaps there is a love message here. Let's just look at it and get an intuitive message here. Yeah, so because of the hearts, I'm seeing the Knight of Cups. So I am seeing a suitor, I am seeing a soulmate stepping up. I am seeing someone coming in to offer you love. He's hopeful. I'm getting gentry as well, gentry. It's like he's a high level in society. He's established. He is coming and he has achieved a great deal. He does have a sword, I think. I think that's a sword. So again, Knight of Swords, Knight in shining armour. I think that's a sword along there. Yeah, so that's great coming in. And the card next to it, which kind of emphasizes if it's good or bad news, is a really good card. And it's the fish. And here you can see a flying fish. Lots of flying fish. And you've got the King of Diamonds. Okay, so fish is finances, it's welfare, it's rewards and abundance and generosity. The fish is a card which is a symbol of fulfilled hopes. So all those dreams, that visualization, so it's come into fulfillment. Successful completion of affairs or honours and awards beyond expectation. And I think that's it as well. Whatever this movement to is, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow everything out of the water. Everything you've been doing has been preparing you for this. This is going to be huge. Huge. It's going to really take off. This positive card signals excellent health combined with prosperity and domestic bliss. You're getting the money, the health, the love. You have found your way. Expect gifts, money, good trade, deals, and successful projects. Can depict a self-confident person who knows their worth. So it's about knowing your worth and putting yourself first. And I said this, and we sacrifice ourselves, and we're not doing it to out of satisfaction, but we're doing it because we're always givers. This seems to be that the tide is turning and something is coming back. So you have to be able to receive it. This person has an active life, loves to travel, and doesn't always complete projects. So maybe flighty in that sense, in that they might start one and then not complete it. I do have a habit of doing that. I've started so many different things, and even paintings, and they're still not finished. It indicates partners who have strong feelings for each other and excellent compatibility. So that knight who is coming in to deliver that message, to sweep you off your feet, to change everything, is compatible with you. It's a magnificent develop of a business venture with beneficial outcome for all participants. Expect successful investments and strong profits. And with regards to well-being, it encourages rest and recreation near water. So there may be some travelling to a place where there's water or sit by water to heal, just to help with the healing with the water. So that's pretty impressive. That's very positive. And what I'm going to do now to finish, we're on 48. I might get done within the hour. This is great. Is do a Mother Mary card. I haven't done these in a long time. But this is a lovely deck of cards that was given to me by a friend. And I really, really love them. They're by Alanna Fairchild. And they have stunning pieces of art and pages of information. I mean, there's about 4 or 5 pages of information. So I'll just run through the main aspects of it. So let's just ask Mother Mary to enter and to surround us with her energy, and ask her to give us a card that is relative and informative with regards to this reading. I feel her energy coming in. I feel emotion as well from her. I feel her heart. I feel tears. I feel an acknowledgement of prayers So if you do pray to the Holy Mother, there is an acknowledgement of prayers. Okay, can we have a card, please? Shine your light. So she's showing me glowing coming out of your heart, out of your solar plexus. So it's time to shine your light in the world. Maybe that's what this is. If something's coming in, so you get to shine your light. Well, there's too many there. I just need one. Let's just have one card, please. Okay, we'll go with that one. Oh, did I just mention the heart? Oh, I did. I just said shining the light out of the heart. Look at that card. So she's got the heart here. Beautiful, beautiful card. And it's Our Lady of the Whispering Heart. So let's see. That's number 2. Let's see what she has to say. I just think the artwork is just so beautiful. So gorgeous. So, it's number 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's not too long actually. So, let me read this to you. I'll hold it like that. Okay. Just I want you to be able to see it when I'm reading. It says, this is from her. It says, I want to be close to you, my cherished child, so I dwell within your heart. From that sacred place, I speak to you daily. Can you feel my presence? I am the voice within that assures you all is well. I am the feeling in your heart that tells you it is all right to trust, no matter what appears to be. I am the knowing in your heart that every prayer you speak is heard and answered by me instantly. I am the joy and relief in your heart as you realize that your answered prayers are already unfolding in divine perfection. Listen for me and know peace within. The clearest guidance is not always the loudest voice. Sometimes fear and doubt yell, where love and trust speak quietly, but consistently from deep within your heart. You are being asked to trust in the truths of your heart, even if they seem quieter than the voices of fear from within you or coming from those around you. The truths of the heart cut through emotional reactions and mental anguish. The heart simply speaks of what is, without distortion. When we hear the heart speak, we know in our bones that what is spoken of is true. Hearing the heart truths may necessitate an action that we would rather not take. Perhaps we need to wait for more of the picture to become clear to us, for a way forward to be shown. It's kind of saying that about getting in your comfort zone and not being willing to kind of move forward. And it says, when we would dearly love to just act and have the whole situation over and done with. So there was that difficulty, wasn't there? It did tell us that. Or perhaps the time for action has come and we can see the invitation to move forward opening up. To accept that invitation may require a deeply saddening goodbye, a great loss, or a temporary loneliness, even whilst we may sense the wonder and happiness of that which calls us to move on. Our Lady of the Whispering Heart speaks to us of courage, of trust, and inner knowing. She tells us to trust our inner truths above and beyond any opinion of any other. You will know deep within what needs to happen and when. The details are held in the loving genius of the Divine Mother and revealed through your heart in the perfect way and at the perfect time. All you need to do is listen and apply with patience and trust the wisdom that is felt from within. If you're finding it hard to hear that wisdom, say to the Divine Mother, what would your heart say if it was completely free from fear? No, it says, If you are finding it hard to hear that wisdom, the Divine Mother says this to you. What would your heart say if it was completely free of fear? It's turning into a beautiful day now. Like the sun's come out and the sky is blue. Such a contrast this morning. And maybe that's it. There is going to be this massive contrast. It's going to be this massive change. And you're not sure how it's going to look because it's going to be a bit grey and difficult to see. And then it's just sun's going to shine. This oracle speaks of an important message that is coming to you now or will very soon. This message is either in an answer to your prayer already uttered or an answer to a question you didn't even know that you held within. Pay attention to your heart, using the following healing process and affirmation to help connect with this important guidance within. Your world is changing, beloved. You have all the guiding light that you need for this change to be a healing one. Even if some sadness is necessary as a rite of passage into your greater emerging happiness. Have faith. The Mother is with you, guiding you through your heart always. The oracle has come to remind you of this and to let you know that now, in particular, she is whispering to you, and what you feel in your heart is truth. So the healing process is sit quietly with your hands in your heart. Feel the tenderness and love for yourself and allow a gentle smile to soften at the corners of your mouth. You can say in your mind or aloud, whatever my heart feels is sacred emotion. It is fuel for my holy process of change and spiritual growth. I accept it willingly and ask for the Holy Mother's grace and unconditional love to help me hear, honor, and respond to my heart's truth now and always. Now imagine that you and your heart are in harmony with each other. Different waves of coloured light flow from your heart and you respond to each wave of colour with love. Imagine receiving the colours as they flow and acknowledging them with love. The colours may be many or a few, and this process may take a few seconds or several minutes. Just sit with your heart and allow the energy exchange. Stay with and accept whatever your sacred communication is at this time. Know you are receiving your heart's intelligence, even at a subconscious level. And when it's time for it to be known consciously, it will rise to the surface of your awareness. And when you're ready to finish this process, you can say this affirmation. The truths of my heart are made clear by Mother Mary's loving grace. She speaks through my heart, and I hear her whisper truth. All guidance that I need is with me now. In this I trust. Through my own divine nature and her perfect grace, it is so. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful, heartfelt card. We have 1 minute. I'm going to just pick one from the guides because we haven't used these in a while. I'll just ask the guides. One card just to finish. One card, please. One card. Oops, that's way too many. What you might have just been getting in the right order. Sometimes, oh, there we go. Okay, physical body, Gaia. So tune into your physical body, tune into your heart, tune into your physical heart, which is also your spiritual heart. Eat well, connect with the ground, be aware of the moon, be aware of nature, be aware of people coming into your life to join you on this journey. People physically being in your presence. Mother Earth, and it's 3 in 1, which is 4. So everything that is your foundation, everything that gives you structure, everything that gives you wealth, everything that gives you family, stability, security, safety. This is happening. There might be a icky scenario which allows us to pass into this, but certainly this is coming and it cannot be stopped. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Do let me know if it resonates. Do let me know if it sounds like what you're going through. This is very specific, I think, but I hope you have enjoyed. Today is Tuesday the 24th, and I will leave that with you. Thank you for watching to the end, and bless you. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon.